Hello, I am Kayla Dohnalik, one of the RNs, doing a book review over Start with the Answers and Other Wisdom for Aspiring Leaders by Bob Shearer. A little about Bob. He graduated Harvard Business School. He had a 44-year-long career. He was a CEO of 5 different major companies. He's built brands and businesses. He was involved in 2 major mega mergers, and he performed several turnovers throughout his career. The purpose of his book was he wanted to provide guidance to anyone that wants to be successful in business. A collection of 94 real-life stories provided to shape up the 8 dimensions each business person should have. He wanted, the book has the 8 dimensions. The 8 dimensions are preparation, building and managing a career, business strategy, business operations, finance and economics, leadership, culture and communication, and personal spirit and style. Once a business person can master these skills sets, then they will be successful in the business world. The target audience, anyone wanting to be successful in business. His target audience is, it did not matter if you were new to business or been in business for many years. He was wanting to reach one of us in each a different way. He starts with his high school career in the book, and he goes on to talk about his guidance counselor and how his guidance counselor told him that it was ridiculous for him to want to apply for Harvard. So he went home, talked with his mother, and his mother decided to pay the $20, which in the 1950s was a lot of money, to apply for Harvard Business School. He later was accepted into Harvard Business School and made many changes within his career. The strengths of this book. The book was a very easy book to read. Anytime you put the book down, you could pick the book back up and start over, and you didn't have to reread the chapter. Each chapter had multiple stories within it, and they were broke down and ended with Bob's wisdom for that section. So you could stop at the Bob's wisdom. It would start a new story after that. He was very good about providing guidance to us about how real-world business works. He shows us that throughout the book and how he did his business and how his business worked throughout with examples of what he did. The weaknesses. If you had very little business background, some of the topics would not make sense. There was lots of business language throughout the book. It was hard to comprehend if you didn't have that business background. Some of the topics were like market sharing ratios, business takeovers and the terms they used for that, acquisitions, different types of budgets and how he developed budgets. That kind of stuff made it a little bit difficult to understand if you didn't have the business side of it. Being more in the healthcare, sometimes those words we don't use, so it was made it a little more confusing. But understanding the business side of it made it okay book to read. His objectives: he wanted to allow the reader to see what is needed in business. With this being an easy read, it allows people to relate to the stories being told. He is a storyteller, and he's very good at it. He uses real-life experiences that happen every day in business. One of my favorite Bob's wisdom was, accumulate your own set of wisdoms. Keep your principles in ever-changing world. He has, as I said before, Bob's wisdoms throughout the book, and each story helps us to better understand how that chapter was described. So he breaks down his chapter into Bob's wisdoms and then helps to describe what he was discussing. Recommendations, I would definitely recommend this book to anyone that's wanting to get into the leadership role, because he discusses how he became a leader and what he did over his course of 44 years as a CEO of multiple companies in multiple countries. And his words of wisdom are helpful throughout the book. They do relate to life, not just business. Another one is that I enjoyed was, if you stay happy in your work, you and your team will be more productive and successful day to day and over the long term. And that is very true. And my source is cited there. Thank you.